Hello, everyone. Welcome back. In this episode, we're exploring a groundbreaking book that's shaking up the world of nutrition and health. It's called The Future of Nutrition by the legendary Dr. Colin Campbell. If you've ever felt confused about what to eat or skeptical about the advice given by mainstream health organizations, this episode is for you. Let's start with a bit of background. Dr. Campbell is no stranger to the world of nutrition. With over 70 grant years of peer-reviewed research and more than 350 published papers, he's a heavyweight in the field. His most famous work, the China Study, co-authored with his son Thomas, is often hailed as the most comprehensive study of health and nutrition ever conducted. But today, we're focusing on his latest book, The Future of Nutrition, where he continues to challenge the status quo and push for a radical shift in how we think about food and health. Now, if you're expecting a typical diet book with a list of do's and don'ts, you're in for a surprise. Dr. Campbell doesn't just tell you what to eat. He delves into the very foundations of our beliefs about nutrition and health. He argues that the way we've been taught to think about food is fundamentally flawed, and he's not afraid to point fingers at the institutions and industries that have perpetuated these misconceptions. One of the most compelling aspects of the book is Dr. Campbell's critique of the scientific establishment. He highlights how corporate interests have infiltrated academic research, particularly in agriculture and food science. For instance, he discusses how public universities like Iowa State and Kansas State have accepted funding from corporations like Kent Corporation and private donors, which has led to research agendas that prioritize industry interests over public health. Dr. Campbell doesn't stop there. He also exposes the tactics used by powerful institutions to suppress dissenting voices. He shares his own experiences of facing backlash from organizations like the American Institute for Cancer Research and the American Cancer Society for advocating for the role of nutrition in cancer prevention and treatment. These institutions, he argues, have a vested interest in maintaining the status quo, even if it means ignoring evidence that could save lives. But what's truly revolutionary about the future of nutrition is Dr. Campbell's call for a holistic approach to nutrition. He challenges the reductionist view that dominates modern science, which focuses on individual nutrients and their effects in isolation. Instead, he argues that we need to consider the complex interplay of nutrients and the broader dietary patterns that influence our health. Dr. Campbell presents a wealth of evidence supporting the benefits of a whole food, plant-based diet. He cites numerous studies showing that this diet can prevent and even reverse chronic diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. For example, he discusses the groundbreaking work of Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn, who has successfully treated heart patients with a low-fat, plant-based diet, achieving remarkable results without the use of medications. But perhaps the most controversial aspect of Dr. Campbell's message is his stance on animal protein. He argues that our obsession with animal protein is not only unfounded, but also harmful. He presents evidence showing that even small amounts of animal protein can have detrimental effects on our health, contributing to the development of chronic diseases. Now, I know this might sound radical to some of you. After all, we've been told for decades that animal protein is essential for good health, but Dr. Campbell's arguments are backed by decades of research and are gaining traction among scientists and health professionals worldwide. So, what's the takeaway here? Dr. Campbell is urging us to rethink our approach to nutrition and health. He's calling for a paradigm shift that prioritizes whole, plant-based foods and recognizes the interconnectedness of our bodies and the environment. He believes that by making this shift, we can not only improve our health, but also address some of the most pressing issues facing our planet, like climate change and environmental degradation. In conclusion, The Future of Nutrition is more than just a book about diet. It's a call to action for a healthier, more sustainable future. Dr. Campbell's message is clear. The power to transform our health and the health of our planet lies in the food choices we make every day. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of BrightLearn. If you found this discussion intriguing, I highly recommend picking up a copy of The Future of Nutrition and diving deeper into Dr. Campbell's research. And don't forget to subscribe to our podcast for more episodes on topics that matter. Until next time, stay curious and stay healthy.
Visit brightlearn.ai for more fascinating videos like this one, and naturalnews.com for full editorial coverage and breaking news on critical stories that keep you informed and aware of what's really going on.